Honestly, I want to leave and go back to Manchester. That's what me and Pep were talking about at the end of the match. He told me he needs me and my magical left foot. He said he's been scratching his head because of how trash his team is. So, don't worry, Pep, I'm coming to help you. I'm going to turn that beauty.
Yeah, to score the goals was a great feeling, but I think the way the team showed fight out there.
I said many times that we work every day for this kind of moment, for us as a team and also for the fans.
Yeah, I've seen the billboards in Times Square and outside Madison Square Garden. Yeah, it's a nice feeling to be obviously alongside them type of people.
Under the floodlights of Stamford Bridge, with Paris Saint-Germain chasing shadows, Cole Palmer danced. He didn't just play, he orchestrated. With every flick, every glide, every perfectly timed through ball, it was clear. This wasn't just a boy with potential, this was a man rewriting destiny. That night against PSG, he scored twice and assisted once in a Champions League knockout tie, making world-class defenders look like training cones. The crowd roared his name like a hymn. But to truly understand the magnitude of that performance, you must go back to the muddy pitches of Wythenshawe, where it all began. Born on May 6, 2002 in Manchester, Cole Jermaine Palmer grew up in a working-class home, his feet constantly glued to a ball. He wasn't the tallest or the fastest, but he was the smartest. His dad, a quiet but firm believer in discipline, would wake him up before school, just to train in the freezing cold. At age 8, he joined Manchester City's academy, and immediately the coaches noticed something strange. Palmer didn't panic. Under pressure, he thrived. He wasn't just a boy among boys, he was a brain among bodies. By 17, Pep Guardiola had already invited him to first-team training. There, surrounded by De Bruyne, Foden and Silva, he learned the game at its highest level, soaking in every pass like gospel. But the real story began when he chose a path few dared to take. He left. In 2023, Palmer made the boldest move of his young life, signing for Chelsea in a £40 million deal. What followed was nothing short of magical. In his debut season, he carried Chelsea on his back, 22 goals and 11 assists in the Premier League alone. He scored 4 goals in one game against Everton. He ripped through Manchester United with a hat-trick at Stamford Bridge. In the FA Cup, he delivered a match-winning free kick in the semi-final. For England, he starred in the UEFA U21 Euros, scoring in the final, then earned his senior debut and netted twice in a Nations League clash against Germany. By the end of the season, he wasn't just Chelsea's best player, he was the Premier League Young Player of the Year, and many whispered he was the next torchbearer for England's golden generation. The boy who once trained in the shadows had become the spotlight itself, and it's only just begun. The spark in Wythenshawe. In the grey corners of Wythenshawe, Manchester, where football is stitched into the soul of the streets, a quiet boy named Cole Palmer would juggle a ball endlessly, even when the sun dipped below the rooftops. Born on May 6, 2002, Cole wasn't the loudest or the flashiest, but he carried the kind of hunger that burned quietly, dangerously. At just 8 years old, his life changed forever when Manchester City scouts spotted his raw brilliance during a grassroots match. That same year, he joined City's academy, beginning a love affair with football that would shake the Premier League years later. Building brilliance at Manchester City Academy. In the academy, Palmer wasn't just another talented kid, he was different. Coaches saw him as a hybrid between a street footballer and a tactician. His control, decision-making and elegance with the ball felt years beyond his age. As he moved up through the ranks, from the U16s to the U18s and then into the U21s, Palmer didn't just fit in, he stood out. In 2019, he captained Manchester City's U18 team, scoring and assisting prolifically, and that same season, he led the youth side to win the U18 Premier League North. His style was calm chaos, rare, poetic, and precise, breaking into the big league. By 2020, Palmer was promoted to train with the first team under Pep Guardiola. While many youngsters get swallowed up by the pressure, Palmer looks like he belonged. On September 30th, 2020, he made his senior debut against Burnley in the EFL Cup. Not long after, on October 19th, 2021, he scored his first senior goal in a 5-1 Champions League win over Club Brugge. Pep called him special and intelligent beyond his years. Despite limited appearances, Palmer bagged 3 goals and 1 assist in the 2021-22 season, including a composed goal in the FA Cup against Swindon Town. And he was crowned a Premier League champion as part of the squad that lifted the title that year. Moments of magic and limited chances. Though Palmer featured in City's treble-winning 2022-23 season, opportunities were sparse. He made 25 appearances across all competitions, but mostly from the bench. Yet, he left his mark, scoring in the UEFA Super Cup final against Sevilla and in the Community Shield against Arsenal. These were not just goals, they were statements. Despite being surrounded by stars like De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva and Mahrez, Palmer showed he wasn't afraid of the big stage, but he craved more than moments. He craved responsibility. The brave move to Chelsea. In a shock deadline day transfer on September 1st, 2023, Chelsea signed Cole Palmer for £42.5 million, a fee some saw as a gamble. But those who had watched him closely knew it was a steal. For Palmer, it was never about the money. It was about playing time, about carving a legacy. And within months of his arrival at Stamford Bridge, he did more than prove his worth. He ignited a revolution. In a team drowning in transition, Palmer became the calm, creative hurricane. Chelsea's new maestro emerges. Palmer's first season, in 2023-24, was nothing short of sensational. He finished with 22 Premier League goals and 11 assists, becoming Chelsea's top scorer and assist provider. In a breathtaking performance against Everton, he scored 4 goals, including a hat-trick in the first 30 minutes. Against Manchester United, he scored a last-minute penalty to seal a dramatic 4-3 win. The way he carried Chelsea's attack, cool, calculated, charismatic, earned him the nickname Cold Palmer, from fans and rivals alike. And still, he wasn't done. FA Cup runs and moments of clutch. In the 2023-24 FA Cup campaign, Palmer delivered time and again. In the quarter-final, he scored a 90th-minute free kick to send Chelsea through. In the semi-final, he bagged 2 assists and the match-winning goal. Though they lost the final to Manchester City, Palmer walked off with the Player of the Tournament award. It was poetic. Once a boy of City's academy, now Chelsea's brightest flame. In every major fixture, he had stepped up, not just as a player, but as a leader. National recognition and England debut England could not ignore him any longer. After shining for the U21 side and winning the UEFA U21 Euro 2023, Palmer was called up to the senior team in late 2023. He made his senior debut in a Nations League clash against Germany, where he calmly converted a penalty and assisted Jude Bellingham in a 3-2 win. He later scored in back-to-back friendlies and cemented his place in England's Euro 2024 squad, where he scored in the group stage and helped England reach the semi-finals. From bench warmer to national hero, it was a dream unfolding before our eyes. The stats behind the star. By the end of the 2023-24 season, Cole Palmer had scored 27 goals and provided 14 assists in all competitions for Chelsea. He won the Premier League Young Player of the Year, was shortlisted for the PFA Player of the Year, and was named in the Premier League Team of the Season. No Chelsea player since Eden Hazard had produced such consistent magic, and remember, he was only 22. His transfer fee of £42.5 million now looked like a bargain of the decade. The boy who left City to find his place had become Chelsea's crown jewel. The journey still unfolding. Cole Palmer's story is far from over. He's not just a footballer, he's a symbol of belief, of taking risks when the easy route is tempting. From a quiet kid in Wythenshawe to lighting up European nights at Stamford Bridge, his journey has been stitched with humility, courage and cold-blooded brilliance. Every pass he makes now carries weight. Every goal feels like a promise kept. And as he looks ahead to more titles, to England glory, to Champions League triumphs, one thing is clear. Cole Palmer isn't just writing a story. He's crafting a legacy. From boy lion to the main stage, long before the Wembley lights bathed him in glory, Cole Palmer was already wearing the lion on his chest. His journey through England's youth teams was not just a process, it was a prophecy unfolding. From the U17s to the U19s, Palmer always looked a step ahead. In 2019, while donning the England U18 jersey, he scored a wonder goal against Austria, curling it in from distance like it was backyard training. At every level, Palmer didn't just blend in, he dictated the rhythm, the tempo, and the fear in defenders' eyes. He was calm, creative, and cold-blooded. The England youth coaches called him uncoachable in the best way. He saw things others didn't. The U21 breakthrough and championship glory. It was in 2023, with the England U21s, that Palmer truly announced himself to the continent. During the UEFA U21 European Championship, he became England's secret weapon, scoring twice, assisting 3, and delivering one of the tournament's most iconic moments in the final against Spain. As the clock ticked, Palmer delivered a sublime cross that led to the only goal of the match. England lifted the trophy for the first time in 39 years, and Palmer was named in the team of the tournament. It was no longer just potential, it was pedigree. He had earned his place among the future elite, and Gareth Southgate took notice. Senior call-up and national hero in the making. Later that same year, Palmer's dreams turned real. He was called up to the England senior team. On his debut against Germany in the Nations League, he looked like he had been wearing the senior shirt for years. A calm penalty, a perfectly weighted assist to Jude Bellingham, and complete control of midfield, he made the big stage look small. In the months that followed, he scored twice more in friendlies and played a key role in England's Euro 2024 run, scoring in the
semi-final clash against France. For fans across the country, he had become something rare, a player you trust with the ball when it matters most. Cole Palmer wasn't just part of England's future anymore. He had become one of its most vital weapons.